Good morning. Welcome to meditation. I invite you wherever you are in the world to settle in, to let go, to get comfortable in whatever way works for you. Just allow your body to rest. There is nothing you have to do right now. It's all right to let go of plans, of worries, of to-do lists. It's all right to just be here now, in this moment. Allowing each exhale to take you further into your inner world. Simply allowing your mind to go where it will, knowing that you don't have to control it or fix it or follow any thought. As we enter into this time of silence and music together, I invite you simply to contemplate the word joy and what it means to you. Joy, joy, joy. Feeling your breath as it goes in and out. Coming back to this now moment, the only moment there is. Allowing each inhale to bring you closer to the surface of your consciousness. Breathing in joy, breathing out life, breathing in peace, breathing out love. Allowing yourself, when you're ready, to become fully conscious of this time and space. Opening your eyes as we prepare for our celebration service.
Look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you.
I recognize the God in you.
I feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
Come together.
In the name of love.
Take a look at the person next to you.
Take a look at that person next to you.
Say, God loves you and I love you too.
God loves you and I love you too.
Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love. Every walk of life.
Every walk of life.
Every creed and color.
Every creed and color.
In kinship we unite.
Kinship we unite.
In honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you.
Take a look at that person next to you.
Say namaste, I bow to you.
Namaste, I bow to you.
Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
Come together.
Come together.
In the name of love. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love. We come together.
Come together.
We come together. We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love.
Everybody make a joyful noise. Everybody make a joyful noise. We'll decide what key we're in. Make a joyful noise. Clap your hands and lift your voice. Everybody make a joyful noise. Everybody lift your voice in song. Everybody lift your voice in song. Come on, lift your voice in song. You can do it, sing along. Everybody lift your voice in song. Here's the hard one. Everybody clap on 2 and 4. Everybody clap on 2 and 4. You can clap on 2 and 4. Come on, give it more. Everybody clap on 2 and 4. Living big for God's the way to go. Living big for God's the way to go. Living big's the way to go. Come on, give it, let it flow. Living big for God's the way to go. We intend to make a joyful noise. We intend to make a joyful noise.
Hearing some joyful noises out there. That's right. Expressing.
Oh my goodness. Did you clap on 2 and 4?
I think I did.
Did you? Are you sure? That was the hard part.
That was the hard part.
Okay.
I've been practicing.
All right.
All right. Well, good morning, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome, welcome. Ahava is the Hebrew word for love. And we gather together every Sunday knowing that love is
always the answer.
You got it.
Have the answer already.
They have the answer. I am Reverend Rainbow, your co-spiritual director, along with Reverend Sunny, and we welcome you here this morning. And if you are joining us online, please say hello in the chat and let us know where you are tuning in from this morning. And while you're on there, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button on YouTube and follow us on Facebook as well. And if you're in the room, go ahead and take out your phone. Check in and let us know that you are here, and let your friends know that you are here. And make sure to tag Ahava. If you take any pictures this morning, you can find us at Ahava CSL on all the social media platforms. And it's a wonderful way to get this message of love out into the world, yes?
Yes, and if you're going to take pictures, let me know.
Yeah, so we got to get a good side, right?
Yeah, exactly. And, we're a conscious community that is committed to love and transformation and curiosity so that we might provide a loving space for all of those who are here and all of those who are yet to come. So whoever you are or wherever you are on your path of spiritual discovery, you're absolutely welcome here.
Yes.
The other thing is the good news, and the good news is that we're all a reflection of one another.
That's true.
So this morning, just take a second, a moment to turn to your neighbor or find someone maybe you haven't said this to before and thank them for being a reflection of you.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a wonderful vision and purpose here at Ahava, and it's right up there so you can repeat after me. We are an inclusive community.
We are an inclusive community.
Committed to global transformation.
Committed to global transformation.
Through personal evolution.
Through personal evolution.
And our purpose, let's do it together. Wake up, step up, and make a difference. That's right. And today's affirmation is, I sit in joyful expectation.
I sit in joyful expectation
of the revelation of love.
Of the revelation of love.
That just feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does. You want to say it again?
Sure. Let's all say it at the same time. I sit in joyful expectation of the revelation of love.
Wow. So if you are a first-time guest visiting us for the first time, we especially welcome you, whether it's online or here in person. And please know that your presence makes a difference. So we would love to, if you're in the room and you're here for the very first time, we'd love to have one of our core council members come by and give you a gift. If you are willing to raise your hand or stand up, do we have anyone here for the first time this morning?
Well, welcome back.
Spread the love. We're also so super grateful for all the people who give each week of their time and their talent and their treasure. And so I just especially want to thank all of those volunteers who serve in order to create this sacred space. And if you are looking for a way to get more involved, please see Reverend Rainbow or myself, and we will direct you to an area that might interest you, or we might just tell you to go somewhere else. We're not sure. Right? Like, okay, go over here to the youth.
Yes.
Because we need youth volunteers.
Yeah, definitely. That is one of our needs for sure. All right. So we have a few things going on, especially excited about some upcoming special services. But just a reminder, we do have Wednesday night meditation and metaphysical discussion online via Zoom this week. We're taking a few weeks off kind of at the end of the month around some of the holidays, but there still is that this Wednesday night. Save the date, Tuesday, December 21st, for our Honoring the Many Past Candlelight Service.
Yes, yay.
It's one of our favorite traditions here, and we get to do it in person again. We will also be live streaming it, but if you can be here in person, that would be a really, it feels so good, doesn't it?
And it's a perfect time to invite a friend.
It really is, yes. Music, light, love, readings. Our kids are participating as well. So save the date, and it's actually on the solstice, Tuesday, December 21st.
Yes.
So good way to remember that, yes. And then on Sunday, January 2nd, we have our annual Burning Bowl service. And if you don't know what that is,
burn it.
You get to come and you get to burn it. You get to burn all that ish, whatever that may be that you want to let go of from this year. And we have a beautiful ritual with a burning bowl and paper that magically burns before your eyes. So that's a wonderful service as well. That's a little bit different and a wonderful opportunity to bring some friends in for that. Following that service, we have a visioning and vision board workshop afterwards, and you can sign up online for that, or you can just show up, and that is on a love offering basis as well.
Will you be Zooming that?
No, you just got to be in person for that one.
You just got to be.
You just got to be.
Okay.
You just got to be. We're going to do visioning, and then we're going to create vision boards. We'll provide all the supplies, so you just need to show up, but that one is in person only. And then we have 2 new things starting up this year. So we have a new prosperity study group. This is going to be meeting online. Basically, in October, we had a study group form around the book, The Money Keys. They loved it so much, they want to keep it going and be open for more people to join. So Karen Riggins was leading that. She's offered to continue to lead that once a month all throughout this upcoming year. It's going to be on Mondays, I believe. Yeah, starting Monday, January 3rd. On Zoom, and it's a free opportunity to connect and talk about prosperity. And then a new class. I'm super excited.
Super excited.
We're super excited about
class.
this. So many of you maybe have taken our foundational class in the past. Well, this is brand new curriculum, and it's only 6 weeks, and we're doing it online. Reverend Sunny and I are co-teaching it, and it's a wonderful way to really learn the basic principles and practices of the science of mind teaching and what we talk about here at Ahava. So it's very experiential as well. There's not like a lot of heavy reading involved, but it's a really good way to get the basics. And if you've taken foundations before, you haven't taken this foundation.
That's correct. And it's all of the individuals, other ministers who are teaching this class right now or getting ready to teach. But the individual ministers who have taught it said it's the best new class to come down the pike.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about it.
Yes. Well, you got to go then, right?
Go.
So it's called Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, and the information is on our website and on our Facebook page to register for that class. Lastly, one special announcement. I want to announce that our youth director, Carrie Stevens, has let us know that at the end of this year, she's going to be stepping down from that position. We give her so much love. I mean, just give her a round of applause right now. She's with the kids right now, so she can't hear us, but she'll watch it later. Thank you, Carrie, so much. Carrie stepped in and held us through this transitional point, right? We were reopening. We hadn't had a youth program every Sunday. I was like, what's going on? Are we meeting with the kids? Are we not? She really created just that steady presence and kept the program running. We were super grateful for that. She's decided that she wants to focus more on her own business, Tidy Geek, check it out, and that she is going to continue to serve the community but not hold that position. And luckily for us, we have someone right here in our community.
We're so lucky.
We are so lucky that has experience as a youth director and that is willing to step right in for a seamless transition. So Heather Marsh-Prelsnick is going to be stepping in. Yes. She's agreed, she said at least in the interim. She'll start right up in January for us, and we'll see if that's a good fit. So grateful for the smooth transition for our youth and to keep that going because they already know and love Heather, and Carrie's going to be sticking around, and it's going to be awesome. Wonderful. Yes. Yes. So make sure you give Carrie some extra love the next few weeks when you see her, right? All right, how about this band, y'all? Give them some love. Music director Joe Cinquina on bass. We got Lorne Dechtenberg on keys and our readings. John Dittert on drums. Our featured vocalist today is Margo Buchanan, the one and only. And Mr. Jeff Watts on sound, making us all sound good. All right, so let's take that breath and begin to open our hearts and our minds as we move into our centering song and our prayer by Louise Tallen.
In this place, my soul is free from the light within. I see all the joy of the peace. Carry me. Carry me, carry me, oh, carry me. In this place, love abides, holy light, surrender me, all the joy of the peace. Carry me, carry me, carry me, oh, carry me. Right here and right now, in this moment and in this place, I know there is only one light, one joy, one practitioner.
One practitioner so involved in the song didn't even know it was time to pray. So I just take that moment to anchor into the one life, one love, one universal cosmic isness, is, through, and as everything that exists. And I know it in this moment as love, as joy, as beauty, as creativity, knowing that whatever is the truth of the one is the truth of me, is the truth of each beloved hearing my voice this moment. And I know that this service is blessed, that the beloved voices of our ministers, Reverend Sunny and Reverend Rainbow, are blessed, that the hands and voices of our musicians are blessed as they allow the creativity of the divine to flow through them and as them. I bless all the volunteers who make this service possible. And this morning I speak a special word of blessing for all those who have suffered in the tornadoes that have affected Western Kentucky and the other states. I bless all of those working to help, the first responders, all of those who are trying to make life better. I know that they are truly the hands and hearts of the divine. And so knowing that, I simply allow it to be by saying, and so it is.
All the joy of the peace. Carry me, carry me, carry me, oh, carry me. Amen. Lorne, would you be so kind as to do our reading?
Today's reading is from the book Treat Yourself to Life by Raymond Charles Barker. Health, happiness, and prosperity is the modern carrot held in front of the hungry donkey, hoping he will haul away the cart of human troubles. Exaggerated promises bombard you on all sides. Your television promises them through breakfast foods. Magazines offer them through beauty and charm advertisements. Even pseudo-psychological and philosophical systems have been created to suggest your immediate change into a glamorous, wealthy, and successful person. None of the above systems mentions that to live life with some degree of success, inner changes are necessary. They merely offer to put a new slipcover on the same tired old couch. Your life is all that you really have. Your years on this planet are your most priceless possession. It is perfectly normal to want health, peace of mind, security, and creative self-expression. You would be a strange person not to want these things, but you'll never secure them from the outside. All you desire is already available to you from the inside out.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, and the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than you and I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Oh, Margo, is that what she said?
I think she acted surprised.
Oh, goodness. That was so beautiful. We need that right now. So I invite you to just simply take a nice deep breath in this moment. Take it all in. Take in the natural goodness that's already been established this morning. Allow it to simply pour through your veins. Really feel touched deep down. Feel that energy that has already transpired. Maybe you were touched by the music. I certainly was. By that beautiful rendition of Wonderful World. Oh, maybe you were here for meditation, diving into that inner beingness. Just remember that this is what is calling you forth to experience something new here this morning, whether you've been here 100 times or the first time. That you're being called to experience and to be uplifted into that new realm of intention. To practice the presence, to let go of the temporary high of the world and the holidays, and to really begin to operate in the permanence of spirit. By being here this morning, whether you realize it or not, you're taking on a new way of being. Doesn't matter what you've done during the week. Maybe some of you are experiencing lack and limitation right now, but the truth is that the divine source is always right where we all are. You, me, the world. The divine source is right here and it's right now. And so as we begin this process, and it truly is a process, for most of us it's subconscious, this process of letting go of December, letting go of 2021, we begin to embody and look to 2022. And we begin to start embracing a new life. It's all very psychological to me, but there's something about endings that bring on this hope. You know, hope is always in the future. Faith is now. Trust is now. And so we begin to use hope like 2022 is going to be different, or that there's something that is calling us, and there's always something calling us. Whether you find it here or somewhere else, you know, because the truth is we are an intentional community. And so our intention is to know the truth of each and every person, whether you know it or not. Because we are on this endless and infinite journey together. So we did not come here to be saved. We came here to be engaged in the truth of who you and me and everyone else is. So you didn't come, you know, here's the good news, is you didn't come to the planet to be ordinary. Okay? You didn't come to the planet to be ordinary. You came to the planet to be extraordinary. Extraordinary. And so when you step into an intentional community that knows the truth of who you are, then you get supported to be extraordinary. Because we're all in it together. You know, this is the time to not accept the status quo, to not just live by the status quo, but to let go and begin to expect miracles. And be guided by this higher wisdom self that continues to call you forward. You know, this month, our theme is the journey of becoming. And this week, we're talking about the joy of becoming. And last week, just to fill in everybody here, last week, Reverend Rainbow talked about surrender and the idea that surrender is action. It's an action. And as Reverend Rainbow also shared, often when we think of surrender, it brings to mind images of waving the white flag. There's a lot of flag waving going on right now, I have to say. So it's waving the white flag, which is denotes giving up or exhausted or defeated, you know. Yet the actual definition is to cease resistance. To cease resistance. And Ernest Holmes, you know, wrote over and over and over again and said over and over again, you know, what you persist, you know what happens. What you resist persists, right? So surrender simply means acceptance. It means letting go of trying to change or predict or force or control things by being in resistance to what is. I think if we looked back a few years ago, we would never have been able to predict what happened in the last couple of years. We would have never been able to predict what happened in Western Kentucky and 3 other states. So she also talked about how to use surrender in our lives through this acceptance. It's through this acceptance that we're able to open ourselves up or to free our energy so that what's trying to emerge can do so, as opposed to what's trying to be forced or controlled by the experience. Which brings me to this week's topic, the joy of becoming. In thinking about this topic all week, one question kept coming to me over and over and over again. If we're always becoming, do we ever arrive? Seriously. If we're always becoming, do we ever arrive? So, in breaking this question down, I realized that it's the pause that is the arrival. It's the pause, not the pause on my kitty, but the pause in our lives that is our arrival. So what do I mean by this? The life and expression of the divine is here and now, as this moment, and as each experiencing the moment. Spirit pours itself through all creation, using itself as both the putty and the sculpture. Like reaching the top of a roller coaster, we're setting up for the next adventure. But the pause first is a necessary part of that. This moment or this pause is spirit. It actually is spirit. We're paused, we're spirit, we're always spirit, and it's spirit as it is now and in the next and in the next and in the next pause and in the next moment. Your being in this moment is a necessary part of the unfolding of the divine. So take a moment to really drink that in and marinate all the pervasiveness of spirit right here and right now. It's everywhere. And the deal is there's no need to rush. There's no need to control or manipulate, because you're already connected in and through and as spirit, so we can all rest in that knowingness. It doesn't mean that we don't take action or that we, plan our work and work our plan. What it means is we can rest our mind in that knowingness. Be still and know. Because in this stillness, we are allowing the joyful song and the life of the divine to shine through ourselves. We arrive at the heaven within, you see. The delight of spirit, the heaven within, is the delight of spirit unfurling itself as your experience through this year, and it will be the same as it begins to blossom itself into the following moment, day, year, and experience. Each of us has the power and potential to awaken to the true nature of the divine as us. And so, as we pause at the end of one cycle before diving into the next, let's all invite this awareness into our lives. Let's all welcome this awareness of the truth of who we are into our lives. And make no mistake about it, it's not all unicorns and heart emojis, okay? This time of the year is what I always refer to as the high season of vulnerability. And when we're in the high season of vulnerability, people and situations and things feel so much bigger and more severe than they might normally feel, right? And I can't even imagine, what's going on in Western Kentucky right now. I can't even fathom it. And of course, not only that, but COVID has intensified all of this. So when I'm speaking of the joy of becoming, I'm not dismissing those who are hurting right now. Khalil Gibran wrote, "Some of you say joy is greater than sorrow. And others say, nay, sorrow is the greater. Joy and sorrow are inseparable. Together they come, and when one sits alone with you, remember that the other is asleep on your bed." So let me break this down even more. I want to begin by clarifying the meaning of joy. Because here's what happens in our world. We tend to equate happiness with joy. But they're two totally different ideas because they each spring from a different source. One comes from the world around me, the outside. The other originates directly from the divine. It's an inside job. Happiness, you see, is conditioned by and often dependent upon what is happening to me, what's happening in the world. If people treat me well, for example, if they really like my talk today, then I'm going to be pretty darn happy. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't treat me well in my life, if my circumstances aren't favorable, is this true for everybody? Then I might feel unhappy, right? Joy, on the other hand, vibrates through many of our sacred writings as a profound, compelling quality of life that transcends the events and tragedies which we may be experiencing in our lives. Real joy is a divine dimension of living that is not shackled by circumstances and conditions. By the way, the most common word in Hebrew for joy is simcha, which is loosely translated as gladness to be glad. I love that. Gladness to be glad. And another is hedva, which is translated as it is God's joy. It is God's joy. So it is Spirit's joy that makes us glad, to strengthen us. We find joy, our strength in the divine. True joy is not an emotional state, it's a spiritual state. So when we're talking about the joy of becoming, it is the joy of embodying the divine in a deeper sense than we ever have before. It has nothing to do with the human feelings of happiness. It is accepting and surrendering to the wholeness and the holy that we are. Pausing to be still and know. And keep in mind, there is only one thing ever happening. There's only one thing ever happening, the expression of the divine in this moment. The expression of the divine in this moment. What is your expression right now? Like the burning bush seen by Moses, introducing itself as I am, or in other translations, I am here. The fullness of Spirit is all around us, simply awaiting our contemplation of it, simply awaiting our knowledge of it, our embodiment of it. And see, here's the thing, as we have journeyed through this year and we all begin to consider this next year ahead, let's take a moment, a pause, to simply sit and be in the stillness of God, of love, of Spirit, of joy. Becoming the moment, becoming this time, becoming this holy expression. You know, as Dr. Holmes wrote, we are not becoming this life, but are now in and of this life. There is no other life. God is not becoming. God is. God is not growing. God is complete. God is not trying to find out something. God already knows. And nothing can exist outside of the infinite one divine source. You are a part of this infinite one, and that part gets to be the human being. Isn't that incredible? We get to be the human being. It is our job as beings, human beings, to deepen this awareness every day in every way. The goal is not only to understand this on an intellectual level, but rather a complete understanding and grasp of your identity as spirit, as the beloved. To witness the same fire as Moses, not consumed by it, but instead allowing its flame to burn in through and as us, as each and every one of us. You know, Neville Goddard, in his book, The Power of Awareness, writes, as human beings, we are so used to looking at something from the outside, by comparing it with other things, by analyzing it, by defining it, whereas you can know a thing spiritually only by becoming it. Whereas you can only know a thing spiritually only by becoming it. You must be like the moth in search of its idol, the flame. And remember, just as the moth, in its desire to know the flame, is willing to destroy itself, so must you, in becoming a new person, being willing to die to your present self, and in order to incarnate a new and greater value of yourself, you must affirm that you are already what you desire to be and live by faith in this desire and new awareness. Faith is right here, right now. Take a moment of pause. Be still and know I am with you always. Take a deep breath and just think about what I just said. Be still and know I am the I am. And also think about this. There is more to you than you have ever imagined. I don't care how old or young you are. Give me a break. It doesn't matter. God does not know age. You are more than you think you are. Whatever your problems or issues or challenges, there is a connection with you, a connection with an infinite power that cannot be broken. And what would your life be like if you knew, I mean really knew, that you were never alone or separate, but connected at the deepest level with everyone and everything? Would that awareness change your life? What if our joy of becoming is really about the joy inside? We do not move towards spirit by understanding as long as we cling to what we can already understand, what we can already imagine or even want, especially as long as we depend on our own efforts. We have to go beyond knowing into unknowing. We have to empty our souls and our mind and whatever images or ideas we have already cultivated in order to expand into the nothingness and be filled with the divine. And when we do this, our lives change. Because the more of the divine that I embody, the greater is my strength and desire to give more, to be more. As my spiritual joy is released and it increases, so does the capacity to expand forever infinitely. The greater the rejoicing, the richer joy grows in its giving, in its quality of giving. Giving of my life, giving of my friendship, giving of my love, giving of my money, whatever it is. The greater the rejoicing, the richer joy grows. And think about this. When we are in tune with spiritual joy, we never think about debating the worthiness or unworthiness of ourselves. Do we? We're not asking ourselves, am I doing too much here? Am I giving too much? Am I enough? Am I enough? If you say, yes, Sonny, you're enough, then you are too. Because I can't be without you being. Our joy, you see, is too busy being joyous to bother measuring itself for either quantity or quality of expression. You are the most magnificent creature on this planet. Oh my gosh. I am the most magnificent creature on this planet. Say it with me. I am the most magnificent creature on this planet. I love that. Now we know. Now we know because I told you so. Right? So I've got an idea this week for you all, for me as well. I invite you all to take a joy ride. But make sure you observe the signs along the way, especially the stop signs. Shall we go into prayer? So I dropped down into that place of pause. That place where I can be still and know. That place of spiritual joy that uplifts and supports me every day in every way. The simple joy of being alive. The simple joy of being still and knowing I am the I am. I am here. And so it is from that place I declare and know that there is only one power and one presence. And I know that power and presence as the source of all, as that infinite source of all. Eternal life. Eternal. I know the source of all is joy. I know it as love. I know it as prosperity and abundance and all that is and all that ever was and all that shall ever be. I know this infinite source of all as my life and the life of Ahava and the life of all those here, all those yet to come. The beautiful, amazing truth, the greatest creation of all. And I know this source that continues to create out of itself only what is like itself is right here, right now, in this moment, and in every moment. continuing to create over and over and over again. And so it is from that truth, from that place where I lie open to this knowingness, lying upon the altar of truth, that I speak this word for this community. And I speak this word for all of those individuals and families that have been affected by the tornadoes. Knowing that there is an action taking place right now. For some it is acceptance, for some it is surrender, for some it is joy, for some it is sorrow and heartbreak and no hope at all. But I know that no matter what is happening, that God is right here, right now. That Spirit is moving in through and as each and every person, every individual, as this community and beyond. I know that everyone within the sound, within the realm of my voice, what they are hearing right now is supported by this truth. Be still and know that I am here. That no matter what is happening, I am still here. And so I know that that translates through the action of people rising up to take care of those in need right now. I know that this action that takes place is the knowingness, standing in the truth, and taking action from that truth, because we're all in it together. There is no separation. No separation in spirit and no separation in each one of us in this community and beyond. I know that right here and right now, regardless of what is happening, the truth stands and will always stand. That love is always the answer. So I know that this prayer is being fulfilled. Because as I empty out, the universe fills. As I empty out and surrender and accept this truth, the universe fills. And I'm so grateful to know this. I'm so grateful for this community and all those who support it. I'm so grateful to speak this word. And it is with a grateful heart that I surrender, that I release, that I let go of this prayer, knowing that the law always says yes. It always says yes. It always says yes. Standing in the power and the grace of yes. Shalom, hamdalela, ashe, namaste. This prayer is done. I leave it knowing it is so, and so it is. Now, before you sit down, turn to your neighbor and say the following. Hey, you want to take a joyride this week?
Speak a little extra before the offering, so you might not want to start the music right away. I'm going to do a little, don't start right away. All right. So we are now moving into our time of conscious giving. And I really want to invite you to consider how Ahava has made a difference in your life. Perhaps you have met the love of your life here. Perhaps you have had other meaningful connections and relationships from your time here. Maybe you've experienced transformation in your relationships and your finances and your self-worth. Really felt a sense of belonging and unconditional love. Maybe you've been supported through our pastoral care or been transported to a higher plane and vibration through our music ministry. All of these things are possible because of those who give financially to this center. And what I want you to know is that when you're giving, you're not actually giving to Ahava. You are giving to Bernadette and Luciana and Amina and Seneca so that their kids can be raised in these spiritual principles, yes? You are giving so that Richard and Margo and Kelly and others have the opportunity to take classes where they learn the tools to really transform your lives. You are giving to the LGBT youth in our community and those who haven't yet found us, but who are looking for a space to be fully accepted and honored and know that they are valued, yes? So we are giving to each other. And this community, this time of year reminds us how community is so important, especially in times of, tragedy or life experiences that occur. We are here for you as a community. So I share this with you because at the end of October, we take the month of October to always talk about prosperity and finances, and we had an opportunity for you to let us know by submitting a pledge what you anticipate giving next year. And the reason that's important is because we take those numbers and then we set our budget for what we get to create. Well, what came in this year was about half of what came in last year. And so the core council has been looking and over the budget and like, okay, what can we do to be right with our finances and still provide what we want to provide for our community? So this is where we are asking you, if you have not yet made that pledge, we are extending the opportunity again through the end of this year to let us know, and no amount is too small. If you're like, well, I only make this or that, the other, something powerful about making a commitment and saying, this is my spiritual community and this is what I intend to give. I guarantee you it will have an impact in your own life as well as those in your community. So we have our committee giving cards in the back. We should pick one up, talk to one of our core council members. We have Alois and Colleen here. And online, we'll be posting that and sending out another opportunity for you to complete those to those of you who haven't. And to those of you who have, thank you so much. It is because of your generosity that we get to be here. So now, taking that deep breath, I invite you to move into this time of giving today, and also a special invitation to give those end-of-year gifts, getting that extra little tax write-off, right? So there's several ways you can give online. You can go to our website and click the Giving tab. You can text the word GIVE to 859-209-6996. And you can mail in your gifts to 168 Burt Road, Lexington, Kentucky, 40503. And if you're in the room, a basket will be passed. So I invite you now to repeat after me. Divine love as me.
Divine love as me.
Blesses and multiplies all that I have.
Blesses and multiplies all that I have.
All that I give.
All that I give.
And all that I receive.
And all that I receive.
I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava.
I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava,
Knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Grateful.
Little call and response in this song, so you guys got to step up. You're on. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Doctor, you ain't got a pill for whatever's making this world ill. You can't get forgiveness at the store. Peace is just a politician's war. You won't find no resolution in the bottom of a bottle, in the stars or Aristotle. The only answer is the problem is people, loving people. That's the enemy of everything that's evil. Ain't no quick fix at the end of a needle. It's just people loving people. Whoa. Words aren't what they seem to be. Talk is cheap and lies are free. We fear what we don't understand. We've been scared since time began. All the colors and the culture circle round us on a spindle. It's a complicated rental. The solution is so simple. It's people, loving people. That's the enemy of everything that's evil. Ain't no quick fix to the end of the needle. It's just people, loving people. You can pawn it off on kings and queens and those who grind the curtain. Say one can't make a difference in a world so full of hurt. But I believe the remedy starts right here with you and me, people, loving people. That's the enemy of everything that's evil. Ain't no quick fix at the end of a needle. It's just people, loving people. Oh, 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 It's just people loving people. It's just people loving
information that we covered today.
I am Joy.
Libby, yeah, I am Joy. Libby's going to tell you how we had an object lesson and a little experiment. So she wants to tell you about that, about the difference between happiness and joy. Do you all know?
Oh.
Do you know the difference between happiness and joy?
Well,
So we had two balloons. One was happy and one was joy. Joy had water full and happy had none. We lighted up a candle and we put happy in front of it and then it popped. But we tried joy and it didn't.
wow. You could have just done that, Reverend Sonny.
So joy
You can
comes
save
from
talk.
the inside. It doesn't matter what happens on the outside. When you've got joy,
Yes.
you won't pop.
Oh, that's true.
All right, and then Miss Lisa wanted to tell you about our craft.
We made this necklace. Well, stop it.
Show your necklace.
I made this but it broke.
It's okay. What's it made out of?
Strings and a Santa Claus hat and a bell.
Awesome. So we had lots of fun today.
Thank you. All right. So beautiful. I mean, I just love that these little ones are hearing exactly what we're hearing, just in a way that will land for them, and lands for us too, right? We could.
I got to do a plug because
What?
that's one of the reasons why it's awesome to volunteer in the youth, because
Yes.
you learn it in a different way.
Yeah. So I will.
It's really amazing.
I'll repeat for those online who might not be hearing what the woman behind the camera is saying. She's giving a plug to volunteer with the youth because you get to teach these spiritual principles in a way and that you actually get to learn them in a new way that's more experiential, that might land in a different way than just talking about them, right? So it's not just for our kids, but it's for yourself when you volunteer in there. All right, so everyone's like, I'm getting hungry. Okay. Just a reminder that Tuesday, December 21st is our candlelight service. Bring a friend. Let's pack the house. And January 2nd, Burning Bowl, another wonderful opportunity to bring our year to a close with completion. Yes. And practitioners are available to pray with you. You can fill out a prayer request in the prayer box on the way out or online as well. And let us know the truth for you. All right, let's stand and bring our service to a close by repeating after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in joy.
Life is in joy.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
I share it.
I share it.
Just the way it appears.
Just the way it appears.
And just the way it appears not.
Just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
We want to thank everyone for coming out and joining us today in person, and a greeting also and thank you to those of you who watched online. Remember, take that joyride this week, put the pedal to the metal, and don't be deterred by the speed bumps.
Let me love